in Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 13, and it says, "Therefore I will sing out in thanks to the Lord. Praise him, for he has delivered me, poor and needy, from my oppressors." You know there's been situations in your life where you know that God delivered you from your oppressors. You know you was oppressed. You know you was beaten down. You know that God got you out of that situation. Come on now. You know that God paid your bills. You know that God, that you didn't know which way to turn. You thought you was going to have to file bankruptcy. You thought you was going to have to sell your house. You thought you was going to have to move out of that place that you knew that God had put you in. The enemy had your back against the wall, but God came through. Come on now. You know that God got you out of that situation. You know that God healed you. You know that God healed your body. Come on now. It says, "Therefore I will sing." So that means you will sing unto the Lord because of what God has done for you. God has blessed you. If God has done marvelous things for you, you and your family, we ought to shout to the mountaintop. We ought to shout and tell everybody can hear us. We ought to let everybody know exactly what God has done for you. You got a story to tell. You got a testimony to tell. Come on now, that test that you went through. You know that God got you through that situation. You was feeling weary. Those nights when you cried on that pillow. Those nights when you laid awake at night and cried out and said, "Can anybody hear me?" But God heard you. And then the next day you was smiling. The next day you was happy. The next day you was rejoicing. You know that was God. You know that if it wasn't for the hand of the Lord, you know you wouldn't have made it this far. You know that if God didn't step in, you know that you would have been done. You know that if God didn't do what he said he was going to do, you knew that you would be all finished and done right now. You know that the oppressors, the people had counted you out. You knew that your friends had turned their backs on you. They were supposed to be your friends, but you found out that they wasn't your friends after all. You know that if it wasn't for God, that it would be all done. You know that it was God. It was the hand of God. So it says that I will sing. I will sing to the mountaintop because God has been good to me. I will sing. I will rejoice in the Lord because it was the Lord that got me from this. It was the Lord that took me from that. It was the Lord that got me out of that situation. It was the hand of God that moved my oppressors back. It was the hand of God that turned that enemy backwards. It was the hand of God that made those people leave me alone. It was the hand of God that gave me that next meal that I didn't know where that meal was going to come from. It was the hand of God that did that for you, that gave you that money for that sickness, that paid that medical bill, that healed your family member. It was the hand of God that got you through that death when somebody passed away.